Want to talk some speculation? It's almost that time of year, and shout out. We got to give credit to DiBernardo first, right? Because he was the one who dropped the armchair GM with the Ehlers trade, and then Stefan Rosner goes out and mentions that. So Stefan, we know you're listening. We appreciate your support here at Up the Turnpike. Just kidding. But it's a really good idea. We talked about it on Sunday. We were like, we like this idea. And Stefan put it out. So it's been batted around the old Isles Twitter for a little bit today. What are your thoughts on a Nikolaj Ehlers?
Get it done yesterday. Like, It doesn't make sense that it's not yet done. Obviously, it does because there's still teams playing in the playoffs. But that is the exact type of player that we need to bring in. Lickety split. He's fast. He's a transitional player. He could score goals, set them up as well, play on the power play. What do we like? This is exactly what we need at the top end of the roster. My only concern is going to be, what do we have to give up to get him?
Okay. I was going to ask, my concern is not the cost of the package, because I think it's a first round pick and not a whole lot else after that.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, sorry, if we're building a package, yes. Sorry. Go ahead. Yes. Sorry.
I was going to say my concern with him is injury. 45 games in 22-23, 62 in 21-22. Obviously some COVID ones before that, but are you worried at all about his recent injuries over the last couple seasons? He played a full 82 this year.
Always. Injuries always worry me, but he did play 82 games, so I'm going to just say he's good to go. I don't think he's made of glass, but injuries are always going to be a thing, and I just don't want to. Unless he's never played a full season and has always been like, I played 40 games, I'm out because the fly, landed on my hand, then maybe I'd think about it twice. But he's played quite a bit, and when he does play, he's so friggin' good that I'm in. I'll roll the dice on him being healthy for sure.
He does really, he does really fit. I do agree that he fits with what the Islanders would be looking for to add on that top line with Bo Horvat and Matthew Barzal. There's no doubt in my mind that he could skate with them. I think what people are going to do, if they just went on the Hockey Reference and looked at his numbers and they see 25 goals, 61 points, they'll go, yeah, he's a good player, but is he moving the needle that much forward? Yes. Is that like a bona fide top line guy? I think that's what people are going to say. I'm not saying that's what I believe. But from a fit perspective, I think there's more in the tank than just a 60-point player. I think he could be closer to a point per game with Matthew Barzal and Bo Horvat's game even going to another level.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that. And even if he is a 60-point player, we were still a successful team when our best player was a 60-point player. We'll be fine with that. You're adding a 60-point player to this roster. That's huge, because the guy that we're playing there now is at best a 30-point player. Doubling up that type of production. And he's good on the power play, which we suck at. So to me, it's an easy upgrade. Is he? Assuming he's available.
He didn't have a power play goal this year.
That's wild to me.
And his career high is 7. Well, that's a long time ago now, but I'm curious his usage over the last couple of years, because 3 in 22-23, 4 in 2022, and 6 in 2021.
Hang on. Let me pull that up. Nikolaj Ehlers.
Because his ice time also went way down the last 2 years in comparison. 1539 and 1552 this year.
So, wow, it did dip a bit. Well, let me just do per 60, because obviously the game played is going to matter here. Did it not do it? Rates. Okay, time on. Okay, there we go. Time on ice per game played of power play time. Yeah, he starts his career at 222. He's back up around that at 215 this year, but 255 per game of power play time last season. But it does dip between. It starts at a high in his first year and it falls towards 18-19, 19-20, where he's getting like a minute and 20 per game of power play time. So basically one power play shift on the top line or the top pair or the top group. And then it starts to rebound from there over the last 3 years, 222, 255, and 215 this year on the power play.
Okay. But I was still, even with those things that I brought up, which skew a little bit more on the negative side, I would still really like him on this team. I think that's a good, realistic target. Like, it's so easy to be like, Mitch Marner, but I don't know how realistic getting Mitch Marner in here is. Ehlers seems like he would be a really good fit, skill set wise, for what the Islanders are looking for.
He really would. He would fit exactly what we need. And the cost is controllable for now, right? Doesn't he have 1 year at $6 million?
Yeah.
That's huge. And you kick the can down the road next year, which I understand we also have to pay Noah Dobson next year. Oh, well, the cap's probably going to go up again, making even more room. And we've got more contracts coming off the books then with big numbers. So I think we'll be all right.
They could afford an extension. And what's an extension going to be? $7 million? He gets bumped up $1 million, goes from 6 to 7.
He's probably going to go up higher than that. If he puts up numbers, I could see him going a full 8x8.
Okay, but I wouldn't even hate that.
No, exactly. I wouldn't even think twice. I would not blink at 8x8 for him.